In the early days of Donald Trump's attempts to overturn the 2020 presidential election, some of the aides within the White House and some of those working for Vice President Mike Pence became overly concerned about Trump's attempt at a soft coup, if you will, while trying to overturn this election in his last days in office. And one of the Pence aides, a man by the name of Mark Short, actually reached out to Jared Kushner, Donald Trump's son-in-law, trying to get him, according to Jonathan Karl's new book, to maybe talk some sense into Donald Trump. Maybe explain to him that, hey, sorry, bud, but the election wasn't stolen. We need to not be doing these horrible things you're doing. Maybe everybody just sits down for a nice dinner. But, as Jonathan Karl reported, Cushner couldn't be bothered with it. Because, in Kushner's words, he was too busy working on peace in the Middle East. Jared Kushner could not stop his own father-in-law, the man he was literally working for, from lying about the election because he was just so neck deep in working on peace in the Middle East. Listen, dude, if you can't convince your own father-in-law to not lie to the American public, I'm not exactly going to trust you with the whole peace in the Middle East thing. By the way, how did that work out? Do we have peace over there? Has anybody checked recently? Everything cool, calm, collected over there in the Middle East, or are we still selling bombs to people who are selling them to other people to bomb civilians? I'm pretty sure it's the latter there, right? Cushner is an absolute man baby. Not a man child, a man baby. He is a coward. He has no spine to speak of. I have no idea how he continues to stand upright other than the fact that maybe his shirts are overly starched, because all he had to do was stand up to this man. But he refused to do it. And it wasn't even necessarily standing up to him. It was just disagreeing with him. Or maybe trying to talk some sense into him in a way that says, hey, look, I don't disagree with you, but there's nothing we can do. Let's move on. He wouldn't even do that because he's a coward. Because he doesn't want to piss off his daddy-in-law. This family, the Trump family, everybody who's married into it apparently too, nothing but scumbags. That's all they are. Everybody's out for their own personal, political, or financial gain. They don't care about the well-being of anybody else. They don't care about the damage the rest of the family is causing. They just want to get theirs and get the hell out. That is exactly what Cushner did during his years at the White House. That's what Ivanka did. As we talked about recently, Jared and Ivanka actually threw a lavish dinner party on January 7th, the day after the insurrection, and nobody even brought that up. Nobody talked about the big insurrection that just happened the day before that eventually led to his father-in-law's second impeachment trial. But Cushner didn't want to ruffle any feathers. You can't piss off daddy-in-law. He's got a lot of money. You want to get your hands on a lot of it someday. So that's what happened. Cushner says he was too busy hammering out peace in the Middle East to try to stop a coup attempt by his father-in-law here at home.